Hi, I'm 2 times world longboard champion Harley Ingleby. The following video is to help you stay safe on Australian beaches. It's been designed by Professional Lifeguards to educate visitors of the common issues they see and how you can avoid them.
Hi, I'm Alice. Please watch the following video and learn how to stay safe on Australian beaches. Surfing is an exciting sport to learn, but like all sports, it has some hazards that may cause injury or worse. First off, you need the right equipment. If you are learning, a big board is best. Small boards like this one are harder to learn on. Get a bigger one like this. The board should have a leg rope or leash attached, and the board should be waxed so you don't slide off. You may also like to try a bodyboard. Depending on water temperatures, you may also want to wear a wetsuit. Lastly, you must be able to swim well. Sometimes a leash will break, and if this happens, you will need to be able to get back to this beach safely. The next thing you should be aware of are hazards such as rocks, creeks, rivers, rips, reefs, man-made obstacles, and marine animals. Rock and reef sections can cause serious injuries to even experienced surfers. When learning, make sure you stay well away from these areas to avoid injury. Until you can control a board properly and have good skills, rocky outcrops, headlands, and reef sections should be avoided. Creek and river mouths tend to have very strong currents, especially on outgoing tides. Some river mouths can carry an unsuspecting swimmer or surfer hundreds of meters out to sea. The outgoing current can also cause waves to break more powerfully, again creating a situation that learner surfers should avoid. Man-made obstacles such as jetties, piers, breakwalls, and outlet pipes are also obvious dangers. Rip currents tend to form around these types of structures, and waves can carry unsuspecting surfers into these obstacles, causing serious injury. Australian beaches experience a variety of animals, from bluebottles, box jellyfish, stingrays, whales, sharks, and dolphins. With the exception of the box jellyfish and irukandji, none of our jellyfish can cause fatality. However, they can be painful if stung. Unless you have an allergy, they are not dangerous. Stingray wounds can cause a painful injury that may require medical treatment, as can some fish sting injuries. All swimmers and surfers should give whales and dolphins a wide berth. It is against the law to approach within specified distances. Sharks are feared creatures. However, in reality, there is a much higher probability of being run over by a car than attacked by a shark. To minimize your risk, don't swim at dawn or dusk. Stay out of dirty water, creek and river mouths. Don't swim at night or with a bleeding wound, and never swim or surf alone. Before learning to surf, it is advisable to learn first aid. Rips are the main cause of drowning on Australian beaches, although they are very hard for the inexperienced to recognise. They mostly appear as darker patches of deep water with fewer waves breaking. Foam and debris can be moving in them as well as sand. They can move perpendicular to the shore, at an angle or in a circular fashion. Unfortunately, on windy days, they can be very hard to see. Rather than try to identify a rip, look for where to surf rather than where not to surf, and know what to do if you need assistance. Now we can look at where to surf or swim so you can minimize your chance of getting into difficulty. If you go swimming or bathing, always look for the red and yellow patrol flags. This is an area supervised by qualified lifeguards or volunteer lifesavers. If you go to a beach and the red and yellow flags have not been erected, don't go in. Always swim between the red and yellow flags. When looking for a surfing location, look for waves breaking over a sandbank. The wave should break out wide and continue to roll in all the way to the beach with white water. If you see the wave reform, that means the water gets deep again, which may mean a rip. Always make sure other people are surfing. Never surf alone. Whenever possible, get some lessons before going and trying it by yourself. Keep in mind that the bigger the waves get, the more powerful and usually more dangerous they are. Currents will normally be stronger when the surf is bigger as well. Now we can look at some of the common things that people do in the surf when not experienced. Swimming against the current. When people are caught in a rip current, their first reaction is to fight it. As mentioned, rips are very hard to predict and recognize. If you are caught in a rip current, the first thing you should do is conserve energy. Float. Raise one arm above your head and call for help. If you have a flotation device, such as a surf or bodyboard, always stay on it or holding it. Never throw it away and try and swim. If a wave is going to break on you, take a deep breath and dive or duck under the wave. The deeper you go, the less force the wave has. If you are on a surfboard or bodyboard, turn towards the shore and hold on tight, letting the wave wash you in. Remember, while ever you have air in your lungs, you float. So if you ever need assistance, conserve energy, float, and signal for help by raising one arm and calling for help. Before you go in the water, choose the right area and make sure you can handle the conditions. If you are not sure, ask a lifeguard, lifesaver, or another surfer nearby. If you need help, don't hesitate to call for it. The faster you act, the better your chances of staying alive. If you see an incident in the water, immediately call 000 and give details. Do not attempt a rescue yourself. Remember, if you follow these simple tips, an experienced surfer, lifeguard, or lifesaver will be nearby to assist you if you need it. Respect the environment, respect others in the water, and respect yourselves. Follow these tips and you should stay safe. Talk to others in the water. Get advice and don't endanger them through actions you may take. And please, don't litter or take any animals or objects from the beach. Remember, respect your own ability. If conditions appear to be harder than you can cope with, don't go in the water.
That's it for this presentation. Stay safe out in the water, get the right equipment, know the hazards and what to look out for if you or someone else is in trouble, and most importantly, respect the beach, others and yourself.
Maybe it's